Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal,
I'm Zell Folks,
and this is Inside the Ropes.
Boxing Show.
All right. Hi, I'm Dominic Robinson Neal. Today we have another episode of Inside the Ropes. We're going to be going over a few subjects. My co-hosts, you can see, they're not here again, as usual. I'm going to have to dock their paychecks. Their checks will reflect, all right? So we're going to have another version of Inside the Rope. My co-host, Zeb Folks, going to be asking the question, popping the questions, or bringing up the topic, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it.
Right off the bat, Crawford and Spence, that's the biggest fight right now, right?
Right.
What you think about it?
Man, you know, I'm biased toward Bud Crawford, but I think Bud has Bud is a better boxer to me in some aspects, but man, Errol Spence a dog. So it's going to be a tough fight, but how I see it, I just see Crawford outboxing him. You know what I'm saying? Not letting him do what he want to do. Probably running him into something. Because Errol going to come forward to try to get him. And he probably run into something and get caught. But that's just my opinion. But it could go either way. You know, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. I could give you valid points on Errol, how he can win. And I can give you valid points on how Bud could win. So it's just whoever, styles make fights. Whoever style dominates just a little bit more. Because the rounds will probably be real competitive. But one person probably just edged the round out a little bit, so you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Spence is a body snatcher now. I know Bud is technically sound, good skills, quickness, high IQ, but Spence body work is,
you can only snatch
unmatched.
bodies. Listen, if you put me on that heavy bag standing still right in front of me, I can look like a body snatcher too.
I'm talking about in the fights, Dominic.
Yeah, because,
I've seen
listen to what I'm saying.
Get in that body, bro.
Sir, let me listen to what I'm saying, sir. That's when the guys are standing right in front of him. And you haven't seen them do that, body snatch no boxer. What boxer you seen them body snatch?
I understand what you're saying, because Bud do create great angles when he's boxing.
Right, he's not going to sit there and just let him punch him in.
At some point, that body will be touched, and we're going to have to see how he
here's
stands under that heat.
People don't go back to Errol's body. Only person who did it, and he was actually winning the fight, was Sean Porter. Sean Porter went back to Errol's body, and what happened? Errol caught him with a nice shot. It wasn't a body shot, it was a head shot that dropped him, and Porter got him that round and still started whooping him after he got knocked down. So, you know what I'm saying? It could go either way. It looked good on paper.
It looks great on paper. We understand that it's, a 3-package deal?
3-fight deal.
Yeah, so...
And I hope we don't get duped.
I hope not neither,
what that
man.
means is,
Speaking
you win
of
one,
that,
I win one, and then we go for broke on the trilogy. You know
I don't want that neither.
Nah.
Dog, you just brought up another idea. It may be like that. You never know.
Don't get duped.
Yeah. All right, so what we doing with Charlo and Canelo? That's the next big fight.
It's gonna be an entertaining fight leading up to the fight, but Canelo will beat him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, this is a sport, you gotta stay active. Canelo is an active fighter. He fights maybe 2 to 3 times a year. Charlo haven't fought in 2.5 years and coming off an injury. You understand what I'm saying? That's tough to do in this sport.
Well, let's break it down a little bit. All right. So first of all, what is the injury that he's rehabbing from?
I can't remember exactly. It was his shoulder, his hand, or something. Dealing with an arm.
Well, that's very important. If that's the case,
I think it was his hand. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm almost. It's something to do with he couldn't throw punches correct.
So I understand that he didn't want to take a tune-up fight, right?
Right.
Why is we speaking of Charlo? So why is he jumping in deep water right after coming off an injury, hadn't fought in 2 years?
Because he fighting the cash cow, Canelo. He probably gonna make more money off fighting Canelo than he probably did almost his whole career. You understand what I'm saying?
That's another thing.
He gonna touch some M's fighting Canelo. He might not have touched M's back then on no single one fight deal, but he gonna touch some M's fighting Canelo.
So that 2-year layoff, that's what you pretty much basing this on. Him being out for 2 years, it's going to be a tough task to beat Canelo.
Correct.
A high level fighter like Canelo.
Correct.
I'm going with Charlo. He's still lying.
Good.
He's still a dog. So.
All right, yeah, but every dog had a day. Dogs get old. You know what I'm saying? This is a sport. This is not football where you could stay out 2 years, and even in football, you can come back.
You can't. You can't stay out in no 2 years.
Basketball,
no football.
Only person could do it in basketball was like the GOAT, Mike Jordan.
The GOAT. The GOAT.
The GOAT, right? But now, but boxing, man, 2 years is a long time. Matter of fact, prime example. Remember when Muhammad Ali came back? Even though he was out 3 years, but he wasn't the same. Joe Frazier clipped him. You understand what I'm saying? But before that, he would have been. Joe Frazier, I don't think would have beat him when he was, in his prime. But 2 years is a long time for boxing. This sport is like no other sport. I promise you, 2 years is a long time without no tune-up.
Well, let's talk about his style, too. We're talking Charlo. Well, I'm talking Charlo. His style of fighting, the guy can fight, man. Like, he can really fight. He can box and he can fight. And he a dog. So,
man, I saw some stuff with Charlo in his last fight and the fight before that. If you put the right heat on him, he'll get up out of there. I seen just like with a dog. It's in his eyes. You can see it. The eyes don't tell me. His eyes. When he fought, I can't think of the guy's name. It was right before his last fight.
I know what you're talking because he did kind of struggle.
That smile. He was near the end of the fight. He was just glad to get up out of there. That showed me something. That told me a whole lot about him.
What did it tell you, Dominic? What is that?
It told me if enough pressure got on him, he'd get up out of there. He jumped the pit. If y'all, to all my dog men out there who know what I'm talking about, he climbed and he jumped that wall and get up out of there.
Wow. So you think Canelo is still a top level fighter?
Yeah, man. Listen.
What's his age though? What is his age?
Canelo's still young. Canelo like 30. Hey, Google how old is Canelo? Canelo like what? 32, maybe 31, 32?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still young. Canelo young. 31.
So 31 in boxing means what? Or does it? We still got to consider the wear and tear of the fights and
correct. You got to consider the wear and tear. Canelo have how many fights? I think like 60 something, right? But here's the thing: each boxer gonna age different because you might have a black fighter might age different from a European fighter or an African fighter because of the genetics. You understand what I'm saying? Like look at Floyd. He still fought when he was 40-something. Bernard Hopkins still fought when he was 40-something. George Foreman still fought when he was 40-something. Larry Holmes. You understand what I'm saying? Genetically, you know what I'm saying, those type fighters can actually compete at that age. Now 31, if you had a lot of wars, fighters who have lots of wars or fighters who are warriors who brawl every fight, they don't have long careers. So 31 will be old for a guy like him. You understand? Now it's not old for Canelo because he boxes too. But guys who just go out there and bang, bang, bang every fight, man, after about 30 fights, you shot.
So is that Charlo's style?
No, Charlo, actually Big Charlo to me is a better boxer than Lil Charlo. Lil Charlo is more of a dog. He gonna bring it to you. But Big Charlo is more of a boxer. Canelo, listen man, Canelo done seen every style of fighter there is. Mm-hmm. Canelo prepare and Canelo train all the time. That's the point. The man train all the time. The man, Canelo probably the richest boxer right now, but the man love what he do. You see what I'm saying? The man love boxing. He stay in the gym. That's what I look for, things like that.
All right, so I'm still gonna go with Charlo on that.
Good. Just had to get that bread up. My favorite saying when I bet jokes.
Do it. I got to come on camera.
$50. I just want to say, folks. He said Charlo. Listen, I'm saying it on TV. He said Charlo is gonna beat Canelo. I got Canelo. Zeb, $50. Go ahead.
But they got it.
He got a 3-fight deal for $100 million.
I'm still with the Lions. I'm with y'all Lions, the Charlos.
I ain't with you. You gonna get your ass whooped. he gonna get whooped up all. But it's all good.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up for another great episode.
This has been another great episode of Inside the Ropes. Next week I have some of my same co-hosts back with me that they can get out the house. And my boy Coach Marlon had a birthday
Happy birthday.
last week. He was out of town.
Yeah, we gotta send him a
Happy
shout out.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
His old
bro.
lady won't let him out the house. He couldn't come perform inside the ropes. Coach Louis, he new in town. His old lady wouldn't let him out. None of these cats, girls won't let him out, man. Damn. I gotta give you some new co-hosts. My boy Ed ain't want to get on here with nobody, man. Listen, hey, but it's all good. So this has been another edition of Inside the Ropes. Y'all have a good day. Have a great, prosperous rest of the month.
Catch the next Inside the Ropes boxing show with host Dominic on Dorier TV Network. My name is Kiba.